You become a member of the Detroit Police Department.
Yeah.
What year?
1994. 1994. The 80s in city Detroit was murder capital of the world. We held that position, not to glorify that bullshit.
But it was a rough time.
It was rough, man. In the 80s, it was rough, man. A lot of my friends got shot up and killed and shit because that crack epidemic came through there.
So
That's when the violence.
so let's back us up. When do you remember that whole crack epidemic? So by the time you get on the police force in the 84,
94, I got on 84.
had that the crack epidemic had hit heavy in the mid 80s.
Oh, yeah,
Definitely the early 90s.
It wiped out 3 generations, man. Wiped 3 generations out. When that crack hit, and it just, the dynamics of it, the women getting high. A lot of those guys that I know, we never used drugs in the 70s like that. I mean, other than our uncles and, maybe shooting a little bit, tooting and all that, you know what I'm saying? But we wasn't like,
Crack was
the crackhead got you going all over because it's a synthetic drug that's mixed in with whatever cocaine, it's a synthetic that have you running all night, make you want to take from your mama, make one.
be off from your brother. There's no off switch.
That's right. Break into my house, your house, Mrs. McGillicuddy's house. You can't do things like that without there being some repercussions, homeboy.
So by the time you get on the force in 94, the crack epidemic and the effects of crack is front and center.
Took it to another level. The 80s for sure. Billy Joe Chambers. Shouts out to the Chamber Brothers too. I was 16, 17 years old when they were in the Vibrant. They had about a 3 or 4 year run, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Chamber.
Absolutely. But what the difference was to me, the 80s was a little bit different than the 90s, because the 90s, everybody had a bag. See, back in the 80s, it's only a few crew had it. But see, in the 90s, when that cocaine came in, they said, hey, if I'm that man, if I'm that guy, let me give CB 2 or 3 keys. Yeah, everybody was putting people on, which generated more money.
So,
But violent, though.
did you immediately go into narcotics?
No.
So walk us through how'd your career progress? You joined the force in 94.
94, right? I was your regular patrolman and stuff like that on the east side, 9th precinct, Gratiot and Gunston. That's the worst precinct in the fucking country.
Neighborhood.
Man, she is. Mac, Chalmers, Whittier, Gratiot, 6 miles. I mean, it's a big precinct. It's like 15 square miles, man.
So, Mac and Gray, would that fall? Yes. That would fall in the question. That's a famous
Intersection. Yes.
made it more famous.
Infested with crack.
Demetrius Holloway spot.
My man.
A guy now, rest in peace, Grady, R.I.P. Yeah. So that means Mac and
Marbury Rick was all from out of there.
Well, that you guys was sharing that too with the 5th then too.
Yeah, it's a borderline, the 5th and the 9th precinct.
5th and 9th. So that's ground zero. That's a rough neighborhood.
Oh yeah. Hey man, and hey, I'm not bullshitting you, man. The East Side guys, man, and that's where the Gratiot and Gunston